You. Okay, 7:30, November 14th, 2023. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. All right. Brett, we had such great hopes for you. Please don't like me here. I know he picked up his packet. All right. Brett. Absent. Stan. Here. Christie here. And Duncan.
Here.
And Berenger.
Here.
All right. All right, comments from the community for items not on the agenda. I have Jordan Covington. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Sure.
Good evening. I'm here today to inform you guys on the property that we went through a series of meetings with the township and then with you guys to get approved for a special land use, 8161 Kendall Road.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, for the dog rescue. And I just wanted to update you guys that at this time, unfortunately, we will no longer be moving forward with that property. Upon inspections, it's just not safe or fit living conditions for people or dogs, and
It's not in the shape that you thought it was in.
it's infested with black mold, both the house and the barn, and
With black mold?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
due to the grow and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
wow.
he wasn't willing to put forth the money to fix it the right way. And
Oh, wow.
we were, as a nonprofit, weren't able to start off the rip with negative $70,000. So
Oh, my
we
God.
had to
That's not.
be out of contract with that, but we did just want to update you guys and thank you for your time. Thank you guys.
I'm
for giving
sorry.
us a chance.
Yeah.
I know that's very costly to remove it.
Yeah, it was something that we were gonna still look into to do it the right way, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, and he wasn't interested in doing it the right way.
For sure.
So I wrote it on a letterhead, just so you guys have a copy of it, but we just wanted to update you guys, and of course, thank you for the opportunity and for your time. We didn't know what's gonna happen next with that property, but just wanted to make sure that you guys knew it won't have any affiliation.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thanks for coming and letting us.
Yeah, it's really nice of you to come.
Yeah, I was very, always that much, so I have 2 letters if you guys want them, just for
Sure.
records or.
Sure.
Yeah, it would be good to put in with the building and assessing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
I hope you find something. Ernie, you want to talk, Ernie?
One day, I see they're working over at Bike House.
Yep.
You know, there's somebody, at least one guy was there all day today. They're taking a lot of soil out of there, aren't they?
I don't know.
I've gone by a couple times and there's at least 2 vehicles there every time
Yeah.
I've driven by. There's 2.
Well, there's a lot of buried tires.
Yeah, I think in that report, they said at least 340.
Oh, my
Tires.
gosh.
Yeah,
Hopefully they get them all on Tim's side, the other side, because that. Actually, he had two like garages there, Mr. Flake did years ago. And he told me he let a guy dump all those tires, 2 semi truckloads. So he could have the trailers, and he made them like garages years ago. I used to hunt back there before they built the other houses, and there were rows of semi tires. Back in the woods, I hope they get all the other trees, because those kids, grandkids dump couches and roofing material, all kinds of.
That's why we had them start at the back and work their way forward.
That was a beautiful piece of property.
And I think in that ordinance report, it also says that they think they were dumping onto the neighbor's property also.
I seen Tracy was there yesterday.
Yeah, Tracy told me that. Fikes or McGee's or somebody hauled off 15 vehicles, but they never went to the junkyard.
Are they gonna wait till this is over and bring all this crap?
I was gonna say.
So I was gonna say,
Follow.
They will, I seen them do that before.
Dennis ought to see where they're going with that. You know, he said that he was willing to pitch in on this. And if he wants to see where they're taking these cars to, that would be a good thing. Cause if they're just hauling them somewhere to bring them back.
Yeah, I think they're just taking them to other family members' houses. And as soon as this is done, they're gonna bring all this
Well,
stuff back.
Let's hope not. But I know that they wanted, they were picking out a lot of things that, oh, I wanna keep this, I wanna keep that. I wanna keep all the hearses, I wanna keep.
Oh, yeah, there's 1 or 2 hearses on the trailer there. They used to have Halloween parties there, they'd have the hearses fixed up and stuff. But that was quite a few years
I
ago.
wonder if the junk is staying in the township.
Well, according to the court order, it's not allowed to. And it's not allowed to be taken to another township and dumped in another yard either,
Yeah.
so.
I don't know where all the grandkids live at, I don't know. But, yeah, I see them use an excavator back there, and they brought in at least 6 or 8 of these big dumpster like things. They're linked to the semi trailer,
Yep.
and I think they're putting dirt in them. Because the state found the soil was contaminated.
Oh,
I don't know if they're
the
digging.
state's in there doing
I
something?
don't know who's digging that or who the company is, I didn't wanna stick my nose, I was talking to one of the guys this morning, I didn't wanna ask.
You're just so happy to see it happening.
That's another thing, what could we do about dumpsters? I gotta. They still have a dumpster next to the driveway there, there's anything we can do about that?
I don't know if there is or not. You'd have to ask Tracy that.
I don't think there's nothing in the ordinance, I don't think.
If there's nothing in the ordinance, then we can't do anything.
I thought I remember there being something about that. I thought Tracy said one time you couldn't have a commercial
I mean, you could
dumpster.
bring it up to the planning commission to put it in the ordinance.
When's the next planning commission?
December
December 5th, 4th,
4th or 5th.
whatever,
Second-
first
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
First Tuesday? Yeah, they are working over there. I don't know what they're doing with it all, but there's still. There's a big motorhome back there.
Well, they're-
Big box truck,
Yeah, they're.
How long did they stay?
It's not like they're helping.
After the company leaves, I see one of the grandkids out there using the equipment. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah.
Using the
Whichever-
junkyard's equipment.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll have to tell them that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, they probably know it. They gotta see.
but if there's something happens, they'd be responsible.
Yeah, I'll have to tell them about that.
Well, I'm sure they know those people at the junkyard with all the stuff they have. I haven't seen no cars go out in quite a few days. I've got a ring camera in front of my house, and I'm there quite a bit. But, I don't even know if they still have that old school bus. They had an old yellow school bus in there. I don't know if they got rid of that.
Tracy told me school bus is gone.
Yeah, okay. I can start to see a little better with all the leaves are down. Then it's up north hunting.
Well, we're making progress anyhow.
Yeah, I see somebody there.
It's costing an arm and a leg.
Now, they're gonna have to pay for that.
Can't get blood out of a rock, but we're gonna
The
try.
township's gonna be owning that property, huh?
It could come down to that.
Cause I don't think any of those kids got too much. I still see all the kids bringing truckloads of junk to throw in that dumpster out front.
I mean, if we do end up with it, we can always sell it off for what we got into it.
Yeah,
But we'll cross that bridge if we come to it.
the house, I don't. Probably moldy in that house, it smells moldy years ago. Yeah,
The best of all worlds would be if they settled up and didn't do that again. But we'll see.
they had plenty of time to clean it up themselves. They could take a couple cars in and get a few $100.
Right.
They don't want part of none of it. All right, let's get on with your business.
All right. Okay, communication, we got letter from the city of Richmond regarding their master plan update. And then, there's on the website, if you wanna go there and see what their update. is. Then approval of the agenda.
I have a couple updates on stuff, but I can just tell you guys at the end. They're not, it's still in the middle of stuff.
Okay.
I'll just tell it during the discussion.
So just put FYIs.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Yeah, just.
Where do you want FYI?
They could have.
Under old-
New
Uh,
business.
New or old?
Actually, they are old business, but.
So,
Okay,
they
well,
are
make
old.
it
It's
E,
garbage and it's spiky, so,
Okay,
so, yeah, I guess we could put it.
make it
underneath.
E on old business then.
no, B and C.
under election.
Where are you at?
Oh, okay.
So. Garbage,
Yeah, it's just garbage and spiky. But it's not like, it's just an update, but there's more work more update I need to get, so.
all right. So a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with
I'll
the
support.
addition of FYI garbage spiky.
Okay, Christie, yes. Duncan,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes.
Jer,
Yes.
Harry. Okay. October minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. As presented.
Seconds.
I'll support.
Dudek,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Duncan,
Yes.
Berger,
Yes.
okay. Treasurer report.
Nothing special.
I only had one question there. It was one of the. Bank statements,
Oh, okay.
and like there was 533,000. But the general fund didn't match up with that, is it
Let me
supposed to
see.
be closer than that?
Let's see. So you're saying the pooled account most likely, that
Yeah,
you're referring to? Okay.
so it's like 295, right? 295, 785. And there was the one that said there was.
That also isn't including ARPA money, so
Okay,
that's gonna be, is it 200? I don't know, I always forget what the amount is.
This 509 that you're talking about, Bruce?
it was 500.
513,840. So yeah, that would make sense, yeah, because it's about 300,000 in the bank, that we have as cash, but it doesn't count for the ARPA, yeah, because that's not cash available yet, so yep. Or
Okay.
that we, have, so. I could try putting that in here on the first page too. I'll see if I can click it and if it will go over there, cause it'd be nice to be able to be, oh, there it is, you know. I'll try to do that, yeah. ARPA fund.
Your motion to file.
I'll make a motion to file.
I'll support.
Okay, Berenger,
Yes.
Christie, yes. You there?
Yes.
Duncan?
Yes.
There you go. All right, check cool. I have no question.
Okay, you don't, I'll make a motion to approve. Check number 4281 to 4336. And for electronics of 74 to 77. With a total of 73,201.56.
Okay, Christie, yes. Berenger,
Yes.
Duda,
Yes.
Yes,
ordinance report. So. Several of these went to court this month.
so for the court hearing, is it just, here, you gotta pay this ticket? Is that all that accomplishes that court? This type of court?
This one.
You know what I mean?
They were found responsible.
Okay, and then,
So they have to pay a fine,
yeah,
and I'm sure that they made some kind of. Motion to the judge about how they were gonna deal with the issue.
okay, okay.
So
Just
we're,
cause I don't see that, you know, it's like, hey, they paid 250. It's like, we don't want money, we want compliance, you know?
But we don't get that 250.
so like with Mr. Perry, I know that. He bought plate insurance on all his vehicles,
Mhm.
and he had a yard sale. The weekend before,
Mm.
and he sold off some snowmobiles, and he hauled away a couple trailer loads of junk. And I know like that bucket truck and that trailer and everything's got a legal plate on it. now.
Okay, okay,
He's got a little bit to still clean up. Mr. Ronan,
yeah,
he came in here and talked to Tracy, and guess they're working out how to clean it up. I don't.
okay.
Yeah, I heard Tracy telling them, put that junk in the barn and then we don't have to see it, and then that would help you.
And then
And the guy next to
the Dolphin House guy. He pushed it up to higher court. So that's not gonna go to court till the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
and then the other one's the one next to the smokehouse, and it says here.
So the guy next to the smokehouse. He pled guilty.
okay,
He didn't even try to argue it. He just pled guilty and told me he didn't know what to do with that stuff. So Tracy told him, take it all down to the place down on Gratiot 32 mile and put it in storage. And then he's, the guy's like, I need time, and the ground's
he's like-
soft and the sun got my
Yeah.
eyes and all that.
That's been up for a year now.
And Tracy told him, no, get rid of that stuff, so.
Okay,
I don't know if anything's happened or not.
yeah, cause it has the Roan stuff accidentally.
It says wrong, but it says the dump truck and camper trailer have been removed, so is that the?
This is
Oh.
next to the smokehouse?
Yeah, but it says Mr. Roan, but I think
Oh.
it should say Wall. It just, I think,
I think he wrote it wrong.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so too. But it said the tent
so
and
it's
the
right,
back will remain.
But
And
it's
I
just
know there
wrong
was-
name,
And I
okay,
know there was a tent there.
alright, wrong name,
Did
okay,
it say something about the tent?
It said the tent.
The tent and the backhoe.
Still remain.
Okay, so he's getting rid of it. it looks like.
okay.
But a few of them hired lawyers to try and fight us. I don't know what for. I mean,
Junk is junk.
pictures say 1,000 words,
Yeah.
you know? And I hate to spend the money, but on the same hand, we gotta follow these through.
We do, because if we don't, they're just gonna get worse and worse. That's-
So I'm glad that we're clearing up some of these.
Yep.
We'll see how this shakes out the next month or two.
He's got
Yeah.
a couple here that say, of these two new ones. First letter of compliance to be drafted and sent out. I don't know why, because the complaint was filed on October 2nd. Why haven't they sent a letter yet? I know he went out and took pictures because he told me they did. I thought that was that lady who came in and wanted to know how you could find out who complained. But apparently it wasn't that for that one.
Because it takes a while for the letter to go out, from my understanding, is that because when the initial complaint comes through, then he goes and verifies that there actually is an issue. And if there's somebody there, he talks to them about it. And then he goes and makes a follow-up. And then if there's still an issue, then they gotta. he
Okay,
goes to
yeah,
write
because he's got on
letters.
here. Inspection on 10/9, extensive photos. Documentation.
Well, he gets some ample opportunity before we
Gives
start.
them a
going
try,
down
a
that
shot.
road.
Yeah.
So you still have kids riding on the cemetery problem there. I ran a kid off, it was a neighbor kid.
Yeah, you know what? We're trying to find out who those people are.
Well, I seen this kid one time there and I stopped him. And I said, hey, you better get out of here. They're gonna impound your four-wheeler.
And we do have the signs, but Mike called. Print out like 3 times to see on a price to have him put it in, because he said what you had, there was no way he and Terry could do it.
It's too, yeah, mine's too
Yeah.
small. I told him to go to Casco Rent Hall and just rent one.
Oh,
of them
that's a good
things.
idea, yeah,
They got them there.
yeah,
They got them that run on gas. You just
Yeah.
start them and you put them on there and they go.
yeah,
boom,
because
boom,
they're sitting here, he
Mhm.
called, I think he called twice last week before he went on vacation to see. But he said nobody, Phoebe said he got the jigs from me because nobody ever calls.
I know, nobody's
So now
contacting
it's-
any of us now.
Like, yeah, they didn't call you.
I know,
Right.
totally. There you go.
So I'll make a motion to file.
Okay.
I'll second.
Hudak,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Gary. All right, I have no assessor report. So old business, election information.
Okay, I've got a bunch of stuff here. This quote from Spectrum Printers. Is to send out the early voting notices, which by law we have to send to every single registered voter. So they, here on this is the postcard, he drops one off. I made a copy of it so you guys could see it. And they'll put everything in. I can send him this. Phoebe and I figured it out, and it's actually cheaper to have them do it than if we do it, because the ink and everything costs more for us than it is for them.
Why don't Dana do it?
Pardon?
Why don't Dana miss
I
it?
agree with you 120%. But since they finally ended the session, it is going to be February 27th is going to be the election. So this has to go out the end of December. So I really wanted to get the okay on this, but just know that this might be cheaper if I get that nonprofit. Like I said, I got another email from them today, so I'm gonna call him and see like how much time he would need if I got the nonprofit and I got that, they call it Endecia thing. And he could put that nonprofit postage on for us. It would even be cheaper than this, because this is at first class.
Yeah, and that nonprofit postage is way,
So it's like 19 cents or 20 cents for a postcard, super cheap.
yeah.
A ballot is under 30 cents. So that's why I've been. well,
Yeah, if we can get hooked up with that.
That would be, well, I got an email finally back from them Monday. I responded, and that's why I was telling you guys when we walked in, they sent me another one. Said you wanted to say Columbus, it has to say Columbus Township Clerk. I said, that's fine. So hopefully I'll hear something. And then that'll get moving along. But I just want to know if you could agree to have this done with this, or if I can get the nonprofit, it'll be a lot less, like half of this postage.
Well, I don't think we have a choice.
No, we really don't. We really don't.
No motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the quotes from Spectrum Printers to send out the postcards for the early voting notice.
I'll support.
So this don't have a total?
I was just gonna say, I don't know.
It doesn't have a total, you're right. I did add it up earlier. You're gonna do it, Phoebe?
Yeah, I could do it. All right,
It's not here.
864
These are
plus
mathematicians.
187.5 plus 2052. 3,103.50. Three,
Or
one,
less.
three,
Yeah.
or less.
Let's go approximately, yeah. Cause as of when I sent them the thing, I had 3,600 registered voters, but that changes daily.
All right, Christie, yes. Berenger,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Dudek.
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, next thing is, I got this budget worksheet. I just want you to know, since we did that municipal agreement, it's gonna reduce the payroll for us, because those 9 days of early voting, I'm gonna split it with Pasco. Same thing down here with the things I have to buy. She's going to try to get the tabulator through the grant, so it won't cost us anything. We heard that the state's may send us the laptop, and then we're just gonna split what costs. We went to that class a couple weeks ago, and you're supposed to have a container for every day's ballot, but they showed us one that her deputy's gonna find where we can buy them. They look like a big plastic envelope that seals up, and they're super cheap. And then we can just put it into one big travel ballot thing. So that's gonna cost a lot less. So this is all going to be
Still working on
still working on it. Just know that Joyce is resigning for health reasons. So I have to hire a new deputy, and I'm gonna have, I think I put in here, I'll have to have her for a few more days than I originally planned, because
it.
now
So
I
that's
got,
why there's 8 weeks now?
yeah, because I
For
gotta
you to
train.
her?
Yeah. I've got to get her in here for a couple days. She's got to watch all these training modules so she can get certified, so she can get onto the QVF, so she can process ballots. So.
So you, right now, we're aiming at the February 27th.
I think it's official as of today. It's officially February 27th. Yeah, I was just reading some emails before I got in here too, because we don't even know when we're getting the ballots. We've got to have, Republican, Democrat. And now somebody said there's an independent, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. But yeah, that's the thing I have to send out the absentee applications. But they're gonna have to pick their party. And I asked this after class, you're gonna pick your party. And then that's gotta be inputted into the computer, and then you can ask to be a permanent ballot from here on out, where you never have to, I won't have to mail an absentee app out, which will save us money. But my question was, now, in 4 years, are you going to again send out a Democrat or Republican ballot to that person? Maybe they changed parties in the meantime, but they had no answer for me. So, but just so you know, I'll probably have to get her in December and have her do a couple weeks, like 2 days a week. I'm only gonna have her come in just to watch the modules so she can get everything, because then we have to send the absentee apps out in probably the middle of January. So those aren't hard to do.
At least you got that. part
Yeah,
taken
that
care of.
part was gonna be a lot of work.
Yes.
But I could even, if I send those apps out, that's why everything's in limbo. I can send those apps out with a nonprofit. It'll be a lot cheaper, but if I can't, then we could have Mike stamp the envelopes, but it's just, I'm hoping to get the nonprofit.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll save us a lot of money. I'll get reimbursed for most of the presidential primary. That's why I'm gonna.
But still, this is a big expense.
It's big expense.
And we may could use it on other stuff later, right?
Right. So we're only budgeting for this election. I think I've got like around 7,000. I think I looked when we first got in here. And I think we'll be okay, because I only have to, like I said, I'm splitting everything for those 9 days. And then even training my new deputy, I'm gonna put those wages on, try to get reimbursed from the state. I've got old envelopes. They say they're gonna reimburse me for the postage. Because now we have to pay return postage. The state has to pay return postage. So I may have to buy like a roll of stamps and put it on there just to press the issue to get the money back from them. Like I had the camera people send me a separate invoice for that one camera, and
Right.
they did.
Should have had them do 3. That's the way they're all cross pointing at that.
I
box.
know what you're saying. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up about this. Well, we'll talk about the other expenses, but I'm trying to remember, there was
So Columbus residents still have to go to Casco to.
just for the 9 days.
Just for the
But I'm
9 days.
all-
Early voters.
But
Right.
yeah, but just know, I will still be here the Saturday before the election. The law still requires the 8 hours on the weekend at the hall. So I'm always open all day Saturday. And just so you know, when I went to that class, I sat next to a lady who, they were doing a trial. They had 3 townships together, and it's not small, Walled Lake, Commerce Township, and another big one. They had one person come on Saturday, nobody on Sunday, and 2 people on Monday. And we were there on Tuesday, so she didn't, and then the computers froze up. So when on Tuesday. And then somebody else told me they were sitting next to somebody who was doing one, and they had a total of 6 people from Saturday till. So
Yeah, this is the dumbest thing ever.
dumbest thing. Yeah, and it still bothers me that you're live. And now they want to pass this thing where you don't have to, they're trying to pass a law where now at 14 days before the election, if you want to register to vote, you have to come in here. On election day, you have to come in here, but you have to bring proof of residency. And then if you don't have proof of residency, it's considered a challenge ballot. You can vote, but it doesn't go through the tabulator. They want to change that law so you could come in and register to vote even without proof of residency, and push it through the machine. And somebody said, well, you can only vote once. But the problem is when you come in and you're not a registered voter and you go into the laptop, you go into an unlisted category. So that doesn't show up till after the election. I actually input that in to go to the state. So what's to stop somebody from going to 5 different townships?
Yeah.
Nothing.
They're already doing that, aren't
It's
they?
very concerning. I asked a lot of questions, and unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of answers either, because.
And they won't be taking no action on it because the legislature convened for the rest of the year today.
But that's good, because if they hadn't, the election wouldn't have been till March. But the law says we're supposed to have it February 27th, but it also has to be depending on when they convene, 91 days, I think it is.
What if the government shuts down again, will they move it back?
Well, that's the federal, we're the state. The presidential primary is the state.
Hey, folks, you guys all have a nice Thanksgiving. I gotta
You
leave.
too.
Okay, you too.
Take care.
Yep. Keep an eye on them.
I will. If I don't, my wife sits there and watches them.
And ask Dennis if he wants to see where them cars are going to.
Is it illegal to let my grandson fly his drone over their property?
It ain't illegal for you, it's illegal for us,
Oh,
We-
my
we
grandson,
can't do it.
13-year-old grandson, I don't know where he's flying it. to.
right?
Exactly.
Right,
Those kids, yeah.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't
Little
hear that.
rascals.
Yeah, we didn't hear that. Well, only reason we know that's not legal, because when Stan wanted to do that over that hemp farm and we checked and they said, absolutely not, you can't. So anyway, I was just kind of just a generic thing, so you guys knew what's what. The other thing I wanted to, that's the contract here that we signed, I gave you guys a copy. The
Yep.
other thing is this clerk's meeting. I don't know if you guys are gonna pay for it. I just want to say this isn't a party. This is actually informational. We do pay for the planning commission and the ZBA to go to the workshops, and we pay and they get a meal. So I'm not sure what the difference between me and them is. I am the only one in the entire county who has to pay.
I'm okay with it, cause you're asking,
Okay, this is the first time I've got it in advance, I have
well,
to tell you.
tell them it's their fault.
Okay, so if you're okay with that,
I'm okay with it.
okay.
I just wanna know where you found somebody to work for $20 a week.
Did I put that? That was my other question, $20 a week, okay.
That's
So now it's
awesome.
per hour. That's the other thing I wanted to, that was it, thank you, Bruce. On that
Oh, yeah.
wage. I've been a little stressed, this election thing is right, I should bring my folder and show you, it's not.
So let's
around
make a
this
motion
thing.
on this.
Oh, okay,
I'll make a motion, page for, the clerk's quarterly meeting for December 7th for the clerk.
you need a pen?
I'll support.
No, it's a Lake Stone pen, it can't be bad.
But I've learned.
Yeah, I got
every
another
two.
pen in here.
Okay,
I gotta go again, I just gotta scribble.
Yeah.
Hey, who seconded that?
I see.
and then,
All right, Berenger,
yes,
Christie, yes, Duncan,
Yes.
you,
Yes.
okay,
okay, the one last thing I wanted to bring up was this, my deputy, because I pulled the fiscal policy sheet we have. And we have on here elected officials deputy gets paid $20 an hour. And there is nothing on here about new hires anymore. Maintenance is 15. This is the one that
is
we,
the new hire not on there anymore?
no.
Is that yours, Bruce? Did you type that? Or
I
does
don't know.
Angie type
Let me
that?
look.
No, I didn't.
You-
I didn't. type
I
it.
probably made it.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know what makes sense.
Is there a page 2?
No, that's all I had was that one page, unless there's a page
I
2
think there's. a
that I,
page 2.
maybe, because you sent that to me or made a copy for me, and that's the only page I had, because I pulled my file.
Maybe
up.
because it was the signed one
Yeah,
or something.
maybe that's
what
I
it
think there's a page 2, but
I just wanna, right now at the onset, before I get somebody in here, what I'm telling them, because I made that error last time, because I assumed
Right.
that it said elected official deputy $20, and that's why I did it.
I think they said before you had to like present it, like, but was
So-
it in our handbook, like how long, like wait a month or something, you
So
know?
if you wanna make a motion that elected officials deputy starts at 20 then, is that what you're trying to do?
Well, that's what I think, since it's on here, and
Make your motion.
I'll make a motion to pay elected officials, deputies $20 an hour.
Starting pay.
To start at $20.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, do that.
Yes,
Christie, yes. Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes,
okay. Now what about the garbage?
Okay, so. Finally, I got a response Sunday. I contacted her 4 times without a response. So I sent her a list of questions and she finally got back with me. I wish I copied this, but I was like waiting for her to answer one more question and she didn't answer me yet. They do not do township, they do not do where you can pick and choose, like if people can opt out.
Oh, so you gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Nope, yep, has to be township wide. And then I asked, does the receptacle have to be purchased? And they said, we have used bins that are in good condition. Although
She
additionally,
didn't
we'd also
say-
have to offer the option of renting, blah, blah, blah. There will be fuel surcharge. Is there a possibility to pick up just once a month? Me and Angie thought, like, what if we just do it once a month? It could be cheaper. They would raise it to $20 a month.
so much more. for
Yeah,
once a month.
and they would have to do a 5-year agreement. And then she said, but they do have the bins that we used to have. And she says, if you're, you know how we used to have that bin out there? It's kind of like that.
Recycle bin?
Yes, and she's like, if you want a price, let me know. And I'm like, yeah, I want a price, cause and then she didn't respond. So well, it'll take a month to get that response. So, but that's what,
But then we'd have to police that.
yeah, so I don't know, I'd have to, we'd have to think about if that's comparable, if it's
you'd
worth the
almost
price.
have to have it on lock and key.
You would.
And somebody go out there and say that you can only bring recyclables from this time to this time once a week.
Or it's gonna be full of tires.
Yep.
And do you remember when they were out here and it was always all these broken glass, people were throwing stuff and it was breaking? And in the Township Insight magazine that we get, one of the townships had pictures and they had the recycling and it was all fenced in, just like you said. So then you've got that, then it's not accessible.
Yeah, otherwise we'll have old bikes and tires.
Furniture,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
remember when the dumpster was at the park? Every time you go by, there'd be an old couch sitting out there.
yeah.
So, I mean, do you guys not want me to get an answer then? That's not a big deal.
You can get the answer, but that's something we'd have to plan for, I think.
Okay.
Cause we, like I said, we'd have to figure out how to police it.
Yeah,
And then then we'll take.
would
care
our
of the
maintenance
park.
man be willing to police it for 5 hours a week or something?
We could build a little building out there.
Little garden.
so we have a shack,
Yeah.
we have a shack. so-
But then we're taking
Yeah.
a part of our parking lot.
You'd have to put a little heater in it and
No, the kids who wait up for the bus don't have a heater.
I know.
What about the next thing? then?
Okay, the next thing, I went back and forth. I talked to Bruce too about how much it would cost for Fikey. She was really hesitant to be able to put it on the roll, and I said, well, this is the value of the house. I sent her a field sheet. And then I talked to the assessing department. I said, they're not gonna change the value of the house. If they're not removing structures, it's not anything like that. And she said, okay, and then she's like, yeah, go ahead, put it on the roll. I said, but it's not done yet. I said, we have to get it done. And then later she was like, oh, you could put it on the December board of review. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea, if we get it done like another 2 weeks, But then I talked to Tracy on Monday and he says, well, they need to have a chance to pay it outside the taxes. First,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he said,
Oh, do they?
that's what he told me.
I don't know, you should ask Mr.
I don't think that's up to
Thank you.
Tracy.
And he also said that that the scrap, the money that we, that we would get to minus from the bill.
It's coming off the
Okay.
bill.
Yes, okay, so at least it would be a little less,
So
so.
far, there's 66,000 pounds.
Wow,
scrap.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow, how
Wow.
much does scrap go for?
It's shredding is like 150 a ton right now, so that's 30
30
tons.
tons so
Okay.
far.
Okay.
I
So.
mean, it's not a lot of money, but
But, and also if they do go to foreclosure, let me make sure I add it correctly. Okay, so I'll just read it so I don't say it wrong. She said, I'll add a note to the parcel to not certify that parcel due to pending blight. One word of caution, if we distribute this to the township, that means they pay us, like when I get that delinquent money, I would make sure to note your financial records that this is still a liability that could be charged back if we foreclose and the cost at the auction does not recover enough to cover all the outstanding taxes. Foreclosure would occur in 2027 if this gets turned over this March. So, yeah, so if they don't make enough money, we're gonna have to pay some it back.
2027.
That's what she said. It's
Well,
3
that's-
years.
3 years, but Phoebe, when you put a lien on a property like that, so, say my taxes for the winter are 1,000, and then the lien goes on there is
This
27.
technically isn't kind of like a lien. This is more of. Cause I told her, I said, we want to put a lien. She's like, why don't you just put on the taxes? So I think they're
Oh,
kind
so
of
they're
different.
Oh, okay, so then they would be required to pay that. Or
Yes.
it would go into
Cause
foreclosure.
it's, she said, well, no, why don't you just put on the taxes? And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I thought I was saying that, but. Yeah, yes,
So can you
exactly.
only do that in December, or could you do it in July?
No, we could do it later.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we
Oh,
could do
yeah, you
it.
said you could do a revised bill too. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's
So, but yeah,
promising.
talk to Tracy, about, he was like, oh, we need to give him a chance to pay. And I'm
How
like, okay.
long of a chance?
He was saying like he's like, well, how long is the tax bill out? I'm like 2.5 months. He's like, well, we should give him that amount of time. And I'm like,
Well, I
Okay.
think that's something we need. to
so
ask.
I'm
I
just,
think we need to ask the attorney that.
yeah, I don't know.
Because that's something we're not really, never had anything to do with. And I know he said it was gonna take a long time to clean it up, but that was the other thing we were talking about. So like those 2 people that are passed away and the daughter's living in that house. If something like that were to occur, I know there's something in one of our ordinance books, or somewhere I read, Tracy showed me, you can't transfer the title as long as that money's owing,
If they know about it.
if they know about it. But the grandkids could just move in like that girl did there. That's
Right,
why we
swap.
yeah, exactly. That's why we need to figure out how to address that.
I think it's an attorney question,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cause that's
Yeah.
kind of, that's
Yeah.
in,
That it?
yes, that's it for me.
New business, cemetery plot transfer.
This is just, wow.
Apparently there's a bug still alive.
The bugs are still around.
Yeah, I know. I've killed about 20 flies today at my house.
All the ones that.
From the sun.
Oh, wait.
This is just Kathy Miller, you probably know her. Anyway, her sister was buried in the one spot. She was gonna be buried there with her husband, but then the husband died afterwards and they buried him somewhere else, his family. So she moved her sister over with her parents. And she sold this to this Debbie Carbone, whose husband is in the plot next. So I just need to transfer the title, but I have to bring it to you guys because that's.
So we make a motion
Just make
to,
a motion to transfer the title to Debbie Carbone. from
I'll
Kathy
make
Miller.
the motion to transfer from Kathy Miller to Debbie Carbone, the deed, is it a deed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cemetery deed. For plot number 2, lot number 2.
Section D,
I didn't see
lot
that. Okay.
25.
Oh, right there,
lot
sorry.
10.
Oh, sorry, I was reading down
I'll
the
support.
second part. Section D, plot.
Yeah, that's where she moved her sister.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, lot 10. So from Miller to.
I'll second that.
How many did you get?
I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
So we'll put Stan. You want Stan in there?
Yeah, let's put
Okay.
Stan.
Okay.
Okay, Christie, Hudak,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger.
Yes.
It's the same thing we've been doing every year lately with this,
For the last couple of years at least, yeah.
so.
I'll make a motion to approve the assessment mail out quote for $1,474.89.
I'll support.
And it says we're gonna have to write a check out for the postage right away. I
Yeah,
think that happened last time
yeah,
too,
I think we
yeah.
did. We'll do that. And then Seth can get it Thursday and take it.
Okay.
Yes. Berenger,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes,
Duncan.
Yes. Bruce, you need like a cough drop
I know.
I know.
and
I wanna
quick
clear my
water.
throat for him.
I know. Like he can't say Duncan. That's like the one you're like.
I'm
It's a hard.
talking better than I have been.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Well, that's why you didn't come.
That's why I didn't come in.
there's some stuff
I
going
appreciate it.
around. There is some stuff
My-
going
My
around.
son-in-law just had his kidney replaced. He can't be around anybody and I'm trying not to go near them, but I've had to out of necessity because of a granddaughter. And
Motion on the taxes.
Yep, just same old thing for this. I'll second.
Okay.
Your- I'll
make a
second
motion to collect the.
to deny.
Memphis,
No.
the school tax in the summer of 24.
And I'll second that motion.
They were really on the ball now. after
Oh,
that one
yeah.
year they missed.
That's what I tell them. I'm like, oh. That was really fast.
Dudek,
yes,
Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger.
Yes,
Okay. So 123.net.
So apparently we're getting some internet
Where did this come
from them, 123.net.
from? Cause
They-
I never saw it. I think we should have seen this before.
We just got it. Remember Mike called you on it? Cause we're all like, what do we do with it? It is we're gonna get money through the Metro Authority Act. But when they first come into the township, we have to make an agreement with them to be part of the lines and everything.
Right,
And so that they have right away, and then a lot of things will go through the county too, but for them to come to us initially, and I have a $500 check too. I didn't cash it, 'cause I wanted to make sure we approved it first. But it's for them to be able to come into the township and start setting up internet.
so you have the original?
I have everything in
So
the
we'll
folder.
have to sign
Yes, yep.
is this the same as at Ladue?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not the same as,
it's not Mercury.
it isn't. I asked them that too, and they're like, no, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're not
okay.
sure why, but those white lines,
Is it gonna be,
I know why I called them.
and you said you wanted it by your house,
It
Just
is?
don't go by
but it's
my
not
house.
going by your house.
This is going out Frith Road. Right by Phoebe's grandpa's house.
Is that Frith Road? I thought it was Rattle Run, and I'm like, why are they
No,
going down
it's on-
Rattle Run?
it's on Frith Road.
Oh,
From Mayor, and it comes on to Rattle Run and then turns into Dolan. And goes up Stoddard, right to Shirky's Corners. And in this way, it follows this road down around by Pat's house.
yeah, yeah.
And down Ballman, and then on Crawford, and then down Froners and out Big Hand.
I wonder why they chose that.
See, I didn't
Because
know it was
they're,
Frith.
on-
Oh,
because I called them and asked them why they're doing that. And it's because they're on their way, they're just passing through here to go to somewhere else.
Couldn't they pass through closer to my house?
Well.
I
they
know
said-
Mike is not happy too.
See,
Well-
they should go on the paved roads. I remember
Well-
Mike said.
They said that, this is just their first guess of where they're going. But it's probably where they're going,
Oh, really?
and,
Okay.
and that after the original branch is there. Everybody can branch off of that if they want. But they're gonna divide it up amongst the people, just like they do when the gas went through. And they say, everybody on this road that wants gas would be this much, you know?
Oh, like mine,
Yes,
$7,000.
Wow.
But that was the cheaper
it's
price.
gonna be
9 the
expensive.
first time, 7 when they lowered the price.
I'm sure that the people that live on this route are not gonna be expensive. But anybody that wants to branch off of there is gonna pay the price. That's what she said to me.
They're really nice. Yeah, I talked to them a couple of times. They're very, cause I was like, I don't never got one of these. And then we Angie went through stuff and found some old ones and they were just like
But
the agreements
As
were.
soon as you
So.
let one company do that, it's gonna make it harder to get it into the other areas of the township, right? Another company.
No,
No, because Comcast is in here and
That's what I was thinking, cause Ballman has Comcast,
Yeah.
right?
And-
So,
well, and. Different people are piggybacking off of other people's stuff. Like
Mhm.
over here, they're hooking up to Duke's,
over here
oh,
where?
okay,
over here.
Oh, really?
really? Cause I knew I thought Duke's went to like Mayor and Rattle Run.
that
Cause
is
remember they
Mayor.
said that?
This is,
That,
is
oh,
fair.
see, cause they were saying, oh yeah, we're gonna come your way since we're already gonna be at Mayor and Rattle Run, cause they said they did St. Clair Township.
yeah,
Oh,
so they're piggybacking off of his fiber optic.
okay,
And
okay.
then somebody else comes in, they can piggyback off of there, and go that way, or however they're gonna do it.
At least it's getting a ball rolling somewhere,
I don't know how it's gonna end up down the line when they talk about who owns what. But I'm sure they're all gonna get paid.
They'll figure out, just like the cell phone.
Now,
towers.
are they gonna get ARPA money to do this?
They already got, their money.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it
they
was
probably
in
got
the,
those grants
yeah.
from that.
Yeah, they got some grant.
Grant,
Mhm.
yeah.
I talked to her, and she said that they don't even have the cash yet. But it's that fresh from getting the.
Did they get that USDA one, did she say? Cause that's where that, sign guy was trying to apply through the USDA.
I don't know which one, but she said it was a federal grant. And that this much of it'll be done sometime next year.
So if they go that proposed route, it ain't gonna cost people anything to get hooked up, correct?
Well, it'll cost from the road to the house. Whatever from the road to the house is,
Okay,
but like. If you live down here and you want them to run that line down here. You're probably gonna have to get everybody that lives in between there to sign up, and hopefully it breaks
Is this-
down to a
is
decent
this-
price.
yeah, so it's gonna be
Map says underground.
houses per running mile
I have
gonna
no idea.
determine where they're gonna go.
Yeah, that does say underground, yeah.
Comcast won't expand. There's 7 houses with Comcast on that.
She sounds just as bad. She sounds just as bad as you.
Yeah, she's got, you know.
Whose fault is it?
Comcast, so they won't expand, and it's like 7 houses. Everybody wants to sign up. but Comcast
Wow, that's
Really?
surprising.
Years ago, they went down like part of Werner.
Yeah, Bruce,
But
when you
then to
come in,
go
I
the
need you
other
to
way, it
sign
was
the
like
contract,
$5,000.
whatever. It looks just like that. They just have like 3 copies of it.
Alright,
All right, so
and
Cause then we gotta mail it to like 3 different people too, or something, they said.
I don't even know why they. Make us have to vote on it, because you really don't have.
Well,
any
it's
choice.
all,
No.
it's all new to us too, so we were like, what is this? We didn't even know, we were all like, who takes it? And I'm like, well, I'll just set it over here and I'll call, and, cause I have money, I'll take the money, and. Yeah, we were all kind of very confused once we got it, so.
So I'll make a motion to approve the right-of-way permit for 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think it's like a. Yeah. I'll second the motion.
Okay.
I second it.
They Berenger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Christie, yes. Hudak.
Yes.
Stafford, Lamb.
Um. Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve it, but we just need to add all the,
But Bruce,
Extra
yeah,
stuff.
Bruce always add the
Yep.
over 2 inches. Monday through Thursday before 9 a.m.
yep, just the whole,
Everything you change, you
Sure
add to
thing.
it.
and as needed.
And
salt.
salting only when we call.
Yep, yep. One call, yep,
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
There's a second.
Oh, support.
Yes,
Hudak.
Yes.
Christie, yes. There.
Yes.
All right, so I'll fill it out and sign it and ship it home.
Okay,
And I'll send you it.
okay.
and I'll just show you the stuff on Monday,
I
so,
want to look up last year's and see what I wrote on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, I-
Yep, and I'll just have you sign the stuff on Monday, you know, hopefully you'll be feeling better or whatever. so.
Better by then.
Sometimes it's just lingering.
I got it on Friday. And I thought I'd be plenty well by now.
Everybody's got something lately. I know my grandkids have all been sick. Now, is that
Everybody good?
our board discussion?
I already did, all right,
Board
Said what I knew.
discussion? Bruce,
I'll make a
said-
motion to close.
for Bruce to go home, take a nap.
Yeah.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed.
Watch your speed on Bauman Road, Phoebe.
Huh?
I see.
I hit it here Thursday night.
Oh, my God, did you do a